Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect, where in the previous episode we had a series of unfortunate events. It was a very eventful episode actually. In no particular order, we had a fight with our legendary prisoner who was then mauled to death because they started a fight in the laundry, ended up killing the dog cat handler, and then the dog cat attacked them and killed them. We then had to build more on the criminally insane wing, and is that a pocket watch? Yes, a gold pocket watch is there. Cool, that's new. We also built this criminally insane wing, which is all about trying to treat these prisoners. We have our two psychiatrists' office, psychiatric officers, yeah. And we put in the shower and the canteen, and obviously we are trying to connect up everything as well, so that's quite good. We had an escape at the end of the episode. There you go. That is the tunnel that goes all the way along there, so that is something that we need to remove, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we also know or guesstimate that there is a tunnel around here, so I'm going to search the toilets in that area, and as you can see it's already up to there, so I have no idea why we have not yet found it. It is reasonable to assume that it is from here. I just don't know why we've not yet found it. I'm just going to go to search toilets now, and there we go. You can see there's several scratches from the cat dog, and they are not finding anything, which is very, very worrying. I'm going to dismantle then some of these toilets, because I think when we found one, it's going to connect up. At least they've been scratching around the outside, so we know that they're around here, and they're not in there, so we're going to keep going. Dismantle. Oh, I'm following the toilet. Toilets don't generally move unless they are not plumbed in correctly, so that's something we need. And there is a criminally insane inmate just wandering about. Okay, that is a bit of a problem. The warden's calling. So, what do they want? Prisoners are apparently unhappy with how little free time they have in their daily schedules. The guards have been hearing whispers that if things don't change soon, prisoners are going to start causing some damage. Right, so it has got... Let's see. Increase free time to at least 6 hours a day. Okay, that's not unreasonable to do. Let's go over to regime. And we already have work/free time, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. So that should last us quite a while. So as I said, still removing these toilets, and found the tunnel and found the other tunnel. Wow, okay, that is... that is broken. That tunnel goes outside the map. They didn't even dig up. I had to go... Like, you can see the smoke from where the tunnel was. Okay. That is interesting. We will go over to remove tunnels and get rid of all of that as a priority, naturally. There we go. And at least we spotted it. So we've got that going for us, but not much else. Right, over to concrete tiles, fill in the little block around there. We also have to get like the yard and the common room done and things like that, but at the moment it's not too much of an issue. But what is an issue is that, as you can see, people don't want to go over here. So we have an issue there. What I'm going to do is go... Oh, yeah, they're not going to be able to remove that. So I'm going to go over to walls and doors, jail door. Probably large... it's probably standard jail door. Place one there, place one there. They can then remove all of that. It's interesting that it didn't pop up there, so I don't know why they didn't do it. But once this is sorted... Oh, there you go. As soon as we place these alternate routes to different areas, it starts to work, which is very, very weird indeed. I'm going to dismantle that door at the back there because, quite frankly, we don't need it. And obviously, we will put a fence right across that as well. Once this is in, you can see all the workers are coming to go to there. And, oh, we have some people who are trying to make a blitz-out attempt by the look of it. You can see that's all... because they've heard about the break in the wall, they have jumped over this fence and are trying to run out. Okay, these are low-risk prisoners, so I'm not too worried about the fighting capability. What I am worried about is the fact that they've just got that climbing rope and they've jumped over the first one and attempt to probably go out the second one. And there you are. You can see they are fighting. Ooh, there's a lot of fighting around here. Most of them are going to end up shackled in their cells. And what's going on here? Escaping. Why are they trying to escape? I think they're trying to escape through what was, for a moment, a gap in the fence. You can see, we have prisoner Piddock here, who is charging around and out. They can't get past there. And what will happen is the orderly will come along, and you can see there's now a sedation level, which is interesting, and they're now sedated. So, that person is unconscious, but that person's sedated. I don't know why it was like that. Anyway, we're going to go over to our... Oh, well, they can't go in there. Filled, blocked. Apparently that is blocked for some reason. It won't be. It'll just be... because there was probably fighting going around there. Going to go ahead and go over to our flooring, and then the concrete tiles will run across, and then up, and then we'll do all of these tiles, you see. Just to get the walkways put in, you understand? I think it's a worthy inclusion for the time being. Just to get that sorted. And that little section there too. We have got people obviously handcuffed in here. The offenders. And we're trying to fix the rest of it. There's eat time, and there is food for them to eat, which is good. But overall, the level you can see above their heads there it's been reduced, so we are treating them, I was going to say better. That is technically correct, but that's not really what I meant. What I mean is, we're now feeding them, which we weren't doing previously. What have we got here? Let's have a quick look. We've got the fresh fish, Alex Jones here, with, if we look at their character, strong, criminally insane, insomniac. The prisoner requires very little sleep and depressed. The prisoner moves much slower when feeling suppressed and untreated. We've also got... outbreaks. Prisoners prone to violent outbreaks and damaging the environment around them when feeling suppressed and untreated. Strong, fearless, volatile, criminally insane. Addict. Prisoners more likely to develop drug habit when feeling suppressed and untreated. Oh, that's a Sean Clark here. Strong, criminally insane, depressed, claustrophobic. The prisoners' desire to escape their surroundings is much higher when feeling suppressed and untreated. Extremely stoical and... oh. Psychopathic. The prisoner is much more dangerous and unpredictable than other criminally insane inmates. Adam Speed. Sickness. Prisoner is prone to throwing up or soiling themselves when feeling stressed and untreated. What's that? Weak. Prisoners weaker will not fare well in a fight, therefore is more susceptible to injuries. Rather. So obviously treating mental illnesses with all the subtlety of a breeze block to the face. Anyway, we have to get some more patrols in the canteen. We're going to go over to our deployment patrols and get a blue patrol around here. I'm not going to go... actually, no, I'll put magenta, I believe. Magenta, we generally go for the internal bits around here, so we'll do that. We'll go for an orderly, who will be assigned to there. We'll go over to walls and then to our wall here, and we're going to put a wall along this side, and then like that. And the reason for the addition of this is because we want to get a couple of toilets in here. It's generally advisable to put toilets in the canteen. Let's go over to the... oh, it's not even in here. Toilets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Luckily, that's exactly how much we have. We'll have a bathroom sink in here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by a hand dryer. I'm not too sure if we need like certain ratios, but there we are. We will do a shakedown tonight. I know we did one previously, but I think it's worthy. 1, 2 more people, 2 more guards, and that should be fine. And let's just see if we've been treating prisoners. So over to the programs, we can see that we do have the consultation here, and it doesn't say... it says 1 place, 1 session. Led by a psychiatrist in a psychiatrist's office. Session length 1 hour. Each prisoner requires a wide sofa. Criminally insane inmates only. Students sit. Repeatable. Students can be escorted by guards. Inmates may need to be escorted to the session, and easy. Right, I'm guessing, and this is a very broad guesstimate here, that this is something that you just have to keep going. That's all you do, you just keep going. And why have we got more inmates than we can have? Okay. Minimum security 58 and 54. Ah, because I removed the toilets. Yes, okay, that's... see, that'll be the exact reason why we have 6 toilets to spare. I will go ahead and fix that problem. There we are. Right, so we have these all in here. That's fine. We've added the bits around here. We do need to connect that up with the water pipe, and the water pipe is fairly out of the way. So I'm going to run that pipe up to there. We'll then run a small pipe down, and that should hopefully do like that. But we'll see how we get on there. We have the orderly patrolling around the outside. That is perfect. We have the phone taps in there, showers in there. This is not a security room, but it should be a security room. I will go over and change that to a staff-only room, same as that, and that should be fine because the prisoners should not have access to that. We'll go over to the insane sec and make sure that all of that is set. Like, oh, my mistake. That should be that one. And that is all set as it should be. Right, this is going to be a security room as well, but we just have not yet built it. We can see that there is prisoner Cleef here, who is currently running around, wanting status agitated. Right, so yeah, it's just, you can see a lot of these the bars above them is reduced, so we must be doing something right, even if it is just complete and utter luck, which I do feel is probably the case. So we probably need to increase our kitchen, but looking at the power, we don't have nowhere near enough, so that is a bit of a problem. We have just received some intake. We can see we've got Pennington there. I think we've had Pennington before, or maybe still in here. No traits there. In terms of traits, we've only got ex-law enforcement, snitch, and ex-prison guard, and we've got an unknown one there. Oh, we've got another snitch there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 prisoners that I would class as would be preferably in solitary, but this is a low-risk facility, so we've seen the only real issue we've had is when we had that legendary prisoner. And we've got 2, 3 prisoners without with traits that we don't know about, and then we've got several traits, obviously all the criminally insane inmates over here as well. But we have the orderlies, we have treatment. You can see they've picked up their tray and they're sort of wandering around with it. Yeah. They do have different behaviours, don't they? Yeah. I'm going to open up these gates here. This is our staff only area. I'm actually going to go over to quick build, and do we have security? Classroom, no. Okay, we'll just put security in. So we'll designate as security. And all of our usual stuff. So office desks, which can go there. Final cabinet, go there. And probably a nice leather chair to go there. And that'll be that done. And we won't need to station anybody there. They will just generally go there because that's what the procedure is. You can see we do have the janitor coming along with the laundry basket and delivering stuff there as well, which is good. We have the psychiatrists prepping, and we'll see if people do go to that. Yeah, prepping that. So we'll see if anyone's going. No, it just says prepping. They didn't actually do anything. I wonder if it has to be done, like prep one day and do the other. It's probably not how it works. We've still got these 2 dog handlers stuck there and the orderly stuck there. It seems as if they don't have an order, they will simply not move. Put the guards in there, and they're tending to rest on the footbridge. Interesting. We're going to run some power over to that little building there. This is going to be for... Well, this will be for... common room, so we'll do that. Common room. Oh, hang on. Common room. And while we're at it, yard. And that section there too. So now that the common room's in, we're going to place some items because, well, the prisoners should be wanting to go here. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3 in. That'll be a TV. If I can find the TV. Ah, it's because it's not highlighted for some reason, because that's, yeah, strange. Because it should be. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 pool tables. You can have an arcade cabinet in there, but it's a bit too expensive. Just say bookcase, sure. If we put a bookcase in there, because it is saying that it can go in, will that now work? Let's see. We've got outdoor tables. which I do quite like the look of. Place a couple of outdoor tables instead of bleachers, like that. We'll see how we get on. In terms of flooring, we're going to place some concrete tiles up here and around. So I'll finish this area. I wouldn't say finish it off actually, but get some of this stuff placed like that. There we are. I'm not going to place... I think I will place... Do I place someone in security? It's because this doors are... It's problematic for people to come along. Yeah, okay, we're going to go to deployment. Assign a guard to that. We need someone to be always in here and opening and closing the doors. So, we have, at the moment then, no prisoner intake. We have, in total of 70 prisoners out of 72. We can receive 2 more criminally insane inmates. I'm not too sure whether that's the play. We can see that we've got, good grief, Morgan and Cleef in a fairly agitated state there, but the other prisoners seem to be alright. Common room's built. Got a bookcase in. Don't know if that'll even be filled. Normally, there's an overdose there, but looks like they've come down. We're going to do a shakedown. Tunnel search is really the one I want, but I'll do that after our shakedown. Haven't... Deaths, wow, okay, where? Overdose, there. But there's 2 doctors right next to them. Brilliant. Obviously not brilliant, far from brilliant, the opposite of brilliant in fact, but there you are, don't know why that happened. We have extra yards to put in, and oh, there is a tunnel. Mike Francis, age 20. Prison number 3347302. Try to escape. So at least we saw that happening. We'll move the tunnel there. I also think I will probably remove the planning from here. Twice. And, ooh. Let's not go any further, just in case the measurements are different. There's a pocket watch. I wonder where that gold pocket watch, let's see. I mean, that obviously is just probably used for currency. I mean, there's nothing it can... it's the last 7 days. Look at the amount of contraband just being thrown in. It's all thrown in. It's all been from the top there. That's a lot of contraband, in fact. Wow, okay. That is a lot of contraband. So far, on this search, we've just about finished it. One more place to search. We found a baton, 2 knives, 3 spoons, 3 bottles of booze, 4 bottles of poison, 2 packs of cigarettes, 10 cell phones, screwdriver, hammer, 2 drills, 7 ropes, a fountain pen, gold pocket watch, and 2 sedative shots. Where is the sedative shots then? Let's have a quick look. See if I can find those shots. There's a needle, not a sedative shot. It'll most likely be... Oh, is it red? There it is. Sedative shot syringe. Thrown over. Thrown over once again. I think that's the majority of the things in this facility. Right. I'm going to go over to our intake and we'll say fill capacity. We will say criminally insane simply because it's going to give us a decent amount of money. In terms of our grants, we are working on that. We still have the Maxic Infrastructure, the Reform to Education Initiative, and Cell Block C to raise our capacity to 100. We could probably do that by adding in this and a little bit more down the bottom. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. That'll give us that grant. We also have still a negative credit rating, -2.7, but because we are receiving money per day, it shouldn't be too much of an issue long term. What we need to do, speaking of long term, is build up a lot of the rooms that are currently unfinished. So I think we need more stuff in the kitchen. We need to increase visitation. We need to put more flooring in. We need to obviously increase around here and still keep an eye on that. That is our priority, really. We need definitely some more power, but all of this is money that we don't really have. In order to transition over to a medium facility, we probably need the security rating first, but in order to do that, we need to get more prisoners and low risk. It really doesn't cut it. What I think the best solution is, currently unsure actually, probably build up things like parole, because there's a lot of low risk prisoners. Paroling low risk prisoners, you get a lot of throughput, a lot of money that way, a lot of turnover. That's probably the way forward. Then start getting more treatment on. In terms of grading, 8 prisoners being released, we need 10. So I'm not expecting that to be a good grade at all. We also need to move this fence a little bit further along. That'll really secure the facility from things like contraband and such. So yeah, hopefully doing all of that will make this a decent facility. At the moment, however, it genuinely does feel, though, like I'm fighting the game and the bugs. And that is not ideal. Yeah. Wish I knew the solution for that. I've tried a lot of things. None seems to be working. Can't even tell them to move. They're just stuck. Either way, next episode we will crack on and see how we get on. We will keep an eye out over here and build the things that we've mentioned. Hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Ooh.